You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Queen Erykah Badu.
Erykah Badu.
How are you, Queen?
Back.
I'm exquisite.
Good morning.
Exquisite?
Yes, I am.
Now
Good morning.
You hosting the Soul Train Awards again. Now, we all know you do what you want to do. You move how you want to move.
Correct.
What is it about the Soul Train Awards that keeps bringing you back?
The opportunity to write and to produce and to explore other parts of my art that I haven't had a chance to do on any other stage.
Well, you have so many different, I don't want to say jobs, so many different things that you do, from the music to DJing to writing and producing. What do you enjoy the most?
I don't know. I mean, they all come up from the same place, up out of the same need to just get all of this stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they come from the same place, so I enjoy just the process of seeing it come into fruition, like the idea actually turn into something.
So television is like a new platform you want to start exploring, like to get messaging out, I guess?
Messaging?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Because you always have messages in your music.
I do, but it don't be on purpose all the time.
Mm.
It just happens sometimes.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But if there's a message there, then cool. You know, a lot of times I listen to stuff back and I'll hear something that's a message to me, like, oh, that's what makes sense.
I was watching Tiffany Haddish on her Instagram Live, and she said y'all was supposed to do something for SNL, but it didn't happen? Or?
Yeah, she was talking about, I was helping her write a little piece for it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that one didn't make it. But
What, it was too dirty or something?
I don't know. It might have been, I don't know what it was too, but it didn't, it didn't happen.
Got you.
Yeah.
I also saw you perform this year at Dave Chappelle's comedy show.
Mm-hmm.
And Dave takes everybody's phones.
Yeah.
And you was really enjoying yourself on stage with people having no phones. What's the difference?
Because people get to live in the moment,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and that's the whole thing with performing live. You are creating a moment. It used to be where you're creating a moment that will never happen again, ever in time.
Right.
But now the people are recording it. It's almost like you're now performing to perfect a moment. You have to kind of be all together, every angle, and because a lot of people are afraid of being portrayed in the wrong way. You used to be on stage, that's where you're the freest. You didn't have to worry about any of that. This is just, I'm coming to get my shit out.
All right, it's just one night only. So if you mess up, it just
Right.
happened that night, but now it lives on. But, I was one of those people that got my phone taken from a comedy show. Kevin Hart actually, they took my phone because I was on my phone during the show,
Yeah,
and they kicked me out.
We should follow directions then.
I know.
you really should.
I know. But I feel like the world needs a rap album from Erykah Badu. I feel like you play with it a lot, and I feel like you're about 5 minutes away from doing it.
Well, I'm just too busy writing all my baby daddy's rap albums. So
Do you help them? Because Jay Electronic, sometimes I feel like he needs that little smack in the ass to get himself going.
That ain't happening, bro. Y'all can hang that up.
What you mean?
The J.L.A. album is not happening.
It's never happening?
No.
Oh.
Now you've always embraced your imperfections though.
yeah,
Yeah, so I don't think that would bother you too much.
what performing live?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just speaking for the whole.
Gotcha.
You asked me what I enjoy about performing live,
Mm-hmm.
uninhibited with no cameras.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a freer. I mean, everybody's freer. Everybody's watching, and they're in the moment now. They're not watching me through a box. They're watching me through their eyes.
And it seems you've embraced
You
social.
got some
There you go. Hook me up.
clothes on your beard.
There you go. I mean, I might be Grays. I'm getting up there. I might be Grays at this point. But I loved when you did the For the Dick challenge as well.
Yeah,
That was dope.
that was cool. Michael Blackson was at my house. We were supposed to be writing for Soul Train,
Mm-hmm.
but I saw the For the Dick challenge. A friend of mine named Yas came downstairs and said, "Look at this." It was hilarious. I was like, "Let's do this now." So we went to our corners. Ding ding. Wrote our parts. Just recorded it.
I got into a slight
that night.
I got into a slight debate with this guy on a panel in Chicago because he, for whatever reason, he was upset that you did. He was like, Erykah Badu did the 40 Dick Challenge. She supposed
because
to be
I'm
so
his
spiritual.
Erykah Badu. Okay.
Mm.
Because, people have their Erykah Badu, their version of Erykah Badu. What I supposed to do, supposed to think, supposed to say, supposed to write, how I supposed to eat. It's version. I think that's unfortunate.
And why can't a spiritual person like sex? Why can't a righteous person like sex?
Well, sex is very spiritual,
Yeah.
isn't it? We are sexual beings. Yeah.
What motivates Erykah Badu?
What motivates me?
Mhm.
Seeing people succeed. Like seeing
really?
people, yeah.
Because you don't really see that now. People are usually hateful for people who succeed.
Well, I mean, I guess that's how we were. You know, it's a capitalist country we're in, or world. That's how people see things. But I like seeing people succeed. It makes me, I don't know, feel good. And it motivates me to do something, you know, to bring forth something, to birth something.
When's the last time you were motivated like that? Something that you seen that was like, wow, I want to go harder on something.
For the dick challenge.
was you motivated for the dick or just to do music?
For both.
Okay.
For both.
You really embrace the social media era. Like, how do you keep that from like just messing up your aura, your chakra, so to speak? Because it bothers my vibe sometimes. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
It depends on kind of what mood you're in. But, you know, if I'm in a certain mood, I'm not going to be messing with that anyway. But I got time to tell jokes and clap back and be funny and fresh. And it's funny to me. You know, it's hilarious. It's a chance to practice my material to, you know, put fools in their place, you know, and all that kind of stuff. But there's always a DM. If I go too hard on somebody, I always DM them and make sure that they're okay.
Really? Do you?
Yes, every time. And we're friends after that.
Really? Like, even just people that, like, just...
Trolling?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Because those people, some of them are 15 years old, 16 years old. Some of them are 40 and sad. So you have to kind of, are you okay? You all right?
You do that for real?
Like, help them up? Like,
Yeah.
I'm a football player.
Yeah, that's real.
You know, you hit somebody hard, you want to help them up.
Knock 'em on the
I don't want
ass?
to kill you. I just want to make an example out of you. I just want to embarrass you in front of the class.
That's real. And you never know what somebody's going through. They probably just feel a lot of negative energy, so they're giving it to you. So sometimes the best thing to do is just tell them, hey, brother, you'll be all right. Hey, sister, you'll be all right.
I say that in DM if, you know, I do them too dirty, you know, in public. Or sometimes I might do it right there. Like, I understand. We understand. What do you really need? What do you need, you know? So it's good. I mean, because people always, the worst people that I hate, and I don't really hate, it's just a figure of speech. But the shit I don't like the most on social is people saying, you don't got to respond to that. You bigger than that. You don't got to do, you ain't got to explain. Look, you don't tell me what I got to
Right.
do. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like shaming you for, you know, being a human being.
Well, you know what that is? That's because people hit you all day with positivity. And
Right.
sometimes we don't respond. But that one negative, nasty person,
I know, man.
we go right back at.
I mean, but it's fun. I mean, it's because, I mean, I'm thankful and grateful. I put hearts on everybody's thing. But then if somebody says something slick, if they got one follower and 2 posts, I'm not, you know, messing with that. But if it's somebody genuinely criticizing because they really think that their religion is better or something, it's important to me to say, okay, well, let's examine that.
Right.
And I'll examine that in front of the class. Let's talk about that. Why do you think that? And it gives everybody an opportunity to chime in and, you know, we figure things out together.
Now, what makes you feel more sensitive? Comments on social media or comments about your music? Because you told us a long time ago you're an artist and you're sensitive about your shit.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, though.
Yeah.
Comments about my music, I don't know. I don't feel sensitive about either one. I feel sensitive about everything, you know, when I'm PMSing, you know, when I'm in a certain mood. But then, other than that, I don't be sensitive about anything at all. I'm the Tin Man. I'm desensitized.
No heart.
I ain't got no heart.
I don't
Savage.
believe that, Miss Badu. You seem like you seem like a person that speaks from the heart.
That's what you're supposed to believe.
Damn, E. We was having a conversation in here about who was we talking about? We was like, who's the most savage? Erykah Badu, Rihanna. There was somebody else we put on that list. Amber Rose.
Yeah.
It was like,
And when you say the most savage, what do you mean?
like in a good way, like, you know, who's reached, but we actually have you at the top, so who's reached that Erykah Badu level? Has Rihanna, has Amber?
Of savageness.
Yes.
Savageness.
Do you admire any of them for how they move?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I am a Rihanna fan.
Yeah.
I am an Amber Rose fan. I think they are beautiful human beings, people who follow their own drum beat and, are not really affected outwardly by what we think or say.
Right.
Yeah, because you like one of those alpha women who you do men the way men historically have done women.
Do I?
Yeah.
It's interesting. I wonder why.
You wonder why he thinks that, or you wonder why you do it?
Both. I wonder why I do that. I mean, if that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You never thought about it. No, that's the 10 man. No.
I don't have time to think about that.
There you go. Now, the photos you posted with your daughter were amazing, by the way.
Yeah.
Y'all out here looking like sisters.
I like her a lot.
That was from what, Vogue, Mexico?
Yeah, Mexican Vogue.
You said you like her a lot?
Yes.
I would hope so. I would hope you love her a lot.
I mean, she's just really cool.
She's all right.
Yeah.
Awesome person. Yeah.
I often wonder what it would be like to have Erykah Badu as a mother. Are you tough? Are you easygoing?
Friends. We're friends.
You don't seem like a tough mom, like a very, do this or do that. I feel like you're very friendly.
We don't have no rules. It's just do what I say.
That's usually
You don't
how it
have to
goes.
think the way I think. You don't have to dress the way I tell you. You don't have to do any of that. I'm going to guide you in the right direction. I don't want to possess you, but I do want to protect you.
Correct.
So all of them, they're all 6 or 7 years apart. So they are very good friends and they care for one another. Y'all stick together. This is the world. This is all we got. And you got to use your shit to do the best you can inside of it. And
what about your exes? Do you still have great relationships with your exes, and do you care if they move on or when they move on? And no jealousy at all?
I guess I'll give you an example of that. Puma's dad has 2 boys and a new wife. I was the doula for her.
Wow.
Really?
So you did
her.
the babies.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Anybody Andre dates is really cool. We're cool. Jay Electronica and anybody he dates, I mean, we're good. I mean, we're friends. We were friends first,
You are really the
But see, that's what I'm talking about. Nope, they never talk bad about Miss Badu.
Never.
And they all still seem be in love with you in some way, shape, or form.
I'm in love with them too. I mean, I admire them. I think they're amazing people, and yeah, I still continue to learn from them, and they trust my judgment, so
How was your
that's pretty cool.
How was your upbringing as a child? Because you just don't become Erykah Badu. Like somebody had to instill some of these values and principles
I
in
just
you.
had a cold mama. She's very honest.
Was your mom the same way? As free as you are?
Yeah, but from her era. So she was born in the 50s, so it's a whole different kind of thing.
But your era is kind of, the way you are is kind of, it reminds me of kind of like a 50s, 60s, 70s hippies era. Like just free and I'm going to do what the fuck I want.
Yeah, but hers wasn't as free, because having a 50s mother, they were really strict and, very sensitive about the family and privacy and, your girl does this and the guy visits and you have to sit on the porch in court. And so she's from that era, but she was a rebel from that era. She didn't really believe in those kinds of things. She thought people could do what they want. There's no such thing as gay. There's just humans who feel the way they want to feel. These are labels, and when she's teaching me all these things at a very young age, it's hard not to see the world as flawed sometimes, the thinking. So
She was a millennial in the 50s, basically.
Yeah, and I was an improvement on her design. And my daughter's an improvement on my design.
What do you think about music now with all the drug talks? We seen Little Peep pass away a day ago of an overdose. How do you feel about all the drug references in music? And it seems like they're encouraging kids to use drugs.
That's what it seemed like?
I think so.
I think it's the culture. I think it's where we are. Because hip-hop is the people. Hip-hop goes wherever the people go. It grows how the people grow. And that's just where they are. So they're just broadcasting the news. I don't think they're trying to encourage each other to do anything. Or it does happen, when you don't have someone to kind of guide you along. But I don't think it's an artist's responsibility to do anything but be honest. That's the responsibility of an artist. Unless you take on that task of being a teacher or being a mentor or being a healer or whatever, title you want to take on. But It's not your responsibility to do that. And I don't think anybody should be blamed for anybody's behavior. It's where we are. It's who they are. And with all the drugs and stuff, that's only a reflection of where we are. We're in a state of mental illness.
Right.
Period. That's where we are. The whole world needs some kind of coping mechanism. The whole world needs some kind of relief, some kind of, numbing thing. Because we sick. We sad. Everybody in here is fucking depressed in this room. Everybody. And what we're trying to do is cope in some kind of way, whether that's with a mate or with some kind of drug or alcohol, health food, or whatever it is you're using. We're trying to cope with it because the energy is just kind of low. The vibration is low.
How do we get it back up? How do we get that energy on a feeling where people feel better about themselves?
I think what you said earlier, I my vibration gets higher when I help other people.
Me too.
Right.
Service.
Mhm.
It's service. That's why I do the extra service. Because I'm blessed with opportunities that other people do not have. And I used to live with a lot of guilt as a result.
What do you mean?
Well, just coming from where I come from, and I got a new Benz, and I'm driving through, and then my partners don't have that. I was living with a lot of guilt.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, instead of being grateful, or I was grateful, but instead of enjoying, I couldn't enjoy the moments because I was, as an empath, I'm concerned about the niggas walking. So it was, and I feel responsible that they may need something else, and I may not be able to provide it, or I was the designated driver of my crew, of my family even.
Right.
And I lived with that. And when I released that part, I started to actually really live.
How'd you release it?
I think it was when I watched the Sith Lord fight Obi-Wan Kenobi.
What?
They were having this fight
Right.
on the ship.
This is true.
On the ship.
Okay.
And they were zoom, zoom with the lightsabers fighting.
Right.
Then they had this door that closes. Right. And the door closes 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27. The door opens back up. This is just how the mechanism worked on the ship. But they fighting, and somehow I think Obi-Wan Kenobi turned some kind of flip and landed on the other side, and the door closed. So you saw the Sith Lord standing up, like, getting ready to fight him because he knew he only 30 seconds. But Obi-Wan Kenobi went down on one knee. Took 13 seconds to breathe in a very dangerous situation. And I think he was honing his chi, or he was getting his shit together, because no matter what kind of thing he was in, he knew that if he connected with the source or the force, if it's Star Wars, that as a Jedi, he could be more powerful or victorious. And so after that, anytime I started to feel my heart rate go up and I was nervous around my friends or in any of those things, or fans, or in any situation, I remember that, and I kind of psychologically go down on one knee and breathe again for a minute. 10, 9, 8, in my mind. And I feel better. And I feel whole, and I don't feel responsible, and I don't feel guilty, because I reconnected with the thing inside that connects all of us, whatever that is.
Now we had Big Crit up here, and I was talking to him about that, because he got a song called "The Price of Fame" that basically just addresses that whole anxiety you feel of, I guess.
Love him.
Yeah. Oh, he's amazing. But cause I'm from a small town. He's from a small town, so you come from these places where you might be the person that really, really achieved things. You know?
Made it out.
And so you feel a sense of guilt, and you feel like, they make you feel like nothing you do is ever enough. So that makes you feel worse.
Yeah, individually, and it's kind of like group chanting you down. They don't know they're doing it because each person thinks their burden is the heaviest. So they don't know that someone just called and said the same thing, because it's around the 1st and 15th.
Yes, yeah, you go in the holiday season. Yes,
holiday
sir.
season.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's kind of, but they do need it, and you understand. But once you kind of realize, because I don't have no rules, because there's certain people that call and want shit that I'd be like, nah, I ain't never.
Right.
But instead of having rules, I just go by the moment. If I feel good about it, I will. If I don't, I don't feel too comfortable with that.
And you got to be comfortable in telling somebody no.
No, exactly.
I love Oprah's Super Soul podcast. She was just talking about this. She was saying that her life got better when she just learned she was okay telling people, no, I'm not. And you don't have to have a reason. You just didn't feel it.
No, I don't feel comfortable about it right now. And no explanation. And I think people respect you as a result, if that's what you're looking for too.
All right.
If you're looking for the respect from your peers and family members, or you're someone who complains that they don't respect me, but they respect my money, well, it's because your money is bigger than you right now.
I heard you took a knee at the Soul Train Awards too.
Yeah.
So are you boycotting the NFL?
I'm not boycotting the NFL because I don't think that's what taking a knee is about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think taking a knee is about look at us. Look at us. Look at us. Look at us. Don't scan across us. Don't look past us. Look at us.
Mm-hmm.
We've been hurting. We've been treated unfairly. Look at us. Is what it's about. And it's more important to sell ads than to look at us. It's more important to pass bills than to look at us. Look at us. We're here. We're human beings. We're real things. We're people.
Absolutely.
Would it be hard not to watch these great Dallas Cowboys? I mean, they're not great this year. They okay.
Hard not to watch them?
Yeah. Just in general. Like if you had to boycott.
I haven't watched TV in a very long time.
Really?
Don't have time.
I know you made it seem like you knew she was a Cowboy fan or something.
I am.
Oh, shit.
What you talking about?
But I just haven't watched TV in a long time.
I'm sorry for you. I didn't know that.
Why no TV? Because they tell lies to your vision, twin?
No, I'm not no conspiracy theorist. I just haven't had time. Just not interested this season in TV.
Cowboys is whack this season anyway, so
Knock
don't
it
worry
off.
about it.
Even though I haven't watched TV, you're not allowed to say that around me.
November 26th, you're hosting the Soul Train Awards, 8 p.m. What should the people expect?
They can expect whatever they want.
Okay.
No expectation.
No expectations.
Yeah, it's different every year. I've had an opportunity to kind of learn, how it works politically and what needs to happen, and I have managed to implement my ideas inside of that.
Okay.
And the Soul Cypher is always amazing to me. That's one of the most fun things that we do. It's gonna be really good this year.
Okay.
What do you think God has been putting on your spirit lately to give to people through your art?
I don't know. To give to people through my art. It's too soon to say. I haven't really gotten any inclination to do anything particular for people.
Mm-hmm.
I just try to do the right shit every time.
All right.
So I get, maybe it's that, to kind of stay on course and discriminate not between people and things, but between which thoughts actually evolve us enough to even get out of my mind.
All right.
Last
I
question.
love talking to Erykah Badu. Man.
I love talking to you too, Charlamagne.
Would Erykah Badu ever get married? Would you want to get married?
Yeah, I always want to. It just doesn't always work out that way.
All right. Well, there you have
And
it.
it seems like it's probably you. You right? Not in a bad way, but you're the one like, nah, I'm
It's the
not.
Tin
I don't
Man
want
over
to do
here,
this.
Erykah Badu.
I think it might be.
The Soul Train Awards, November 26th at 8 p.m. Make sure you tune in, and thank you for joining
Yeah,
us.
and thank you for being
Yeah.
so nice to my wife when you met her, man, because she
She's
loves you.
awesome.
She grew up on your music. She couldn't wait to meet you.
Yeah, it's all good. Thank y'all for being so nice to
All
me.
right. It's the
Appreciate
Breakfast Club. It's Miss
Peace and
Erykah
love.
Badu.
Dallas.